So, welcome to ΠΕΙΡΑΙΩΣ Festival. Are you vegetarian or something like that? No, just a regular diet. Okay. First of all, let me read this. I'm not a doctor. The information you will hear in this seminar are only for educational and informational purposes and are not intended to treat, diagnose or cure any of the diseases. If you think you have a medical condition, by all means, please go to a doctor, because I'm not a doctor, and the information you will hear is only to, let's say, not treat, but to focus on the cells, and on vitality and wellness, not on diseases. Because think about it like a dark room. You cannot remove the darkness out of the room, but if you bring lights in the room, the darkness disappears. So that's the way we think in naturopathic mindset, let's say. I'm not a naturopathist, but I'm a detoxification specialist. So this is the end goal, to step away from the mainstream way of thinking, from the medicines, from the mainstream type of Western diet, which cause a lot of medical problems, and not only, even emotionally it has an effect. If you noticed, when you eat a very heavy meal with, let's say, meat and potatoes and this complex type of stuff, you feel very heavy, sleepy, and you can't live your life as it should. So detoxification is the innate process of the body to eliminate a variety of toxins in the right time. If this process does not happen, then a health problem arises. You understand? So far so good. Okay. And the system which is responsible for detoxifying the body is the lymphatic system. Have you heard of the lymphatic system? Okay. It's also called the lymph nodes, the lymph fluids, and also the lymphatic system has some organs which are related. These are the bone marrow, the thymus gland here. If you have heard of thymus thumping or hitting this spot, okay, this thymus gland is very crucial. And also the spleen and the lymph nodes. The lymphatic system is 4 to 5 times larger than the blood, and almost all health problems comes from the lymphatic system. This is a misunderstood system. This is a system that has been hidden for many reasons. I don't know why. And what does this huge system? Of course, you have heard of blood vessels, right? Also, lymph system has vessels and tissues which are many miles long, longer than the blood. And this huge system is the sewer system of the body. It also hydrates the body. It is a part of the spinal fluid, and it does many things. But the most important is that every cell needs to be fed with blood and then eliminate its waste to the lymphatic system. The medical community, by mistake, thinks that the cell dumps its toxins back to the blood. This is wrong, because think about it as your house. You can eliminate your waste in this room you eat. That's why we have a separate bathroom and separate kitchen. eat in the kitchen and to poop in the toilet. Okay. So, do you have any questions?
So the lymphatic system is the toilet of the body.
Is the toilet of the body,
which must be clean.
Must be cleaned like a little baby. When you have a little baby, you need to feed it and you need to change his diaper. If you don't change the diaper in an appropriate time, then what do you see? A rash, red skin, inflammatory condition, because urine are acidic, because it's waste.
When is the proper time?
The proper time, this can be addressed by the body itself. But every day we need to eliminate waste.
Every time.
Every day and many times per day. And we have two major, let's say, exits for waste. The first exit is for digestive waste, the colon. And then we have the kidneys that they are eliminating cell waste from metabolic processes. Okay. Some will ask, and how the hell, excuse my English, my friends, how the hell can we toxify our bodies if we eat clean, if we eat raw? Because every day, even if we drink only water for some days, the body can eliminate waste from cells, from activity, because we are moving, we are talking, and of course our urine must be not clean and not alkaline, must be cloudy or with snowflakes inside or with strings of mucus. That's the best image for urine, not clean, not clear urine. If we can have the ability to dispose the trash from the kitchen, then the kitchen will be full of waste, and then the other rooms of the house will get full of waste, and then the word cancer happens, because when the cell cannot remove its waste, the cell, Michaela, is, think about like a round cell, and round of this cell flows the blood and the lymph fluids. The blood feeds the cell, and then the cell must dispose its waste to the lymphatic fluid. But when these fluids of the body are very stagnant, like they are not moving at all, then the cell cannot remove its waste, so it starts to, it becomes a mutant cell, that's why we need every day to, not only with water, water is not hydrated, let's say, drink. The water from fruits is more beneficial to move the lymphatic fluids. And then we have this mechanism with kidneys, adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are the two small glands on the upper side of the kidneys that control the kidneys. We need a good sleep to have neurotransmitters, to have relaxation, so that the adrenal glands can give the order to kidneys to eliminate, to, let's say, the proper word is to make kidneys to filter. When the kidneys eliminate waste, we say that they are filtering waste outside of the body. And the urine must have about 6 or 6.5 pH. The urine must be slightly acidic, not alkaline. We must have alkaline saliva, but not urine. So that's in a very few words how a disease can, disease literally means a lack of vigor, a lack of strength, a lack of stamina in the Greek language. That's why the word disease, this is. That's how diseases are created, because of the stagnant lymphatic fluids, and of course maybe we have an endocrine gland that is not working well, such as thyroid, or maybe pancreas, or the adrenal glands, or pituitary, pineal, the two spiritually, let's say, glands of the body. Because you must know that the pituitary gland controls all the other glands, not only adrenal glands, thyroid, parathyroid, the ovaries, the women. On the other hand, the pineal gland is responsible for producing melatonin, which is the hormone for sleeping. Many will say that a disease can happen to us, or get unhealthy by breathing this toxified air, pollution. But you can change the air of the city, okay? You can change what you eat, what you drink, what you put on your skin. These sunblocks are very carcinogenic. And also what you put on your hair, and also what you inject in your body, like a vaccine. Yeah, also drugs, also the medicines are very toxic.
And what you think?
Yes, but if I think negative all day and I'm eating all fruits, what will...
I don't know.
You can think negative when you eat fruits or veggies, or... That's from my experience, okay? So the basic eliminative organs are the colon, the kidneys, the skin. The skin is the largest organ of the body. That's why we sweat. And the secondary eliminative organs, we can say that are the lungs, and that includes the nose, when you spit something, or when we have a runny nose, like a cold and flu symptoms. That's a detoxification symptom. These are not a flu, an actual flu, because we have observed that you cannot catch a flu when you have a healthy terrain, healthy body terrain, and with clean food, alkaline, and without proteins or animal products. Animal products are the most bad for the whole body and for the spirit, let's say, right? So also we have the liver. The liver, that is the larger organ after the skin, the larger organ. But the liver is not the detoxification organ that many wrongly believe, because the liver doesn't have an outside exit to remove toxins, such as the colon, when we poop, or the kidneys. The liver is the larger transformation, let's say, it transforms chemistry from one constituent to another. Yeah, liver collects amino acids to form a protein for the body. That's another issue. We cannot use the ready-made proteins, let's say beans or meat. The stomach must, let's say, disassemble this protein to create free amino acids, and then reform again the protein. That's a very difficult process to do, and that's why we feel very full, very bloated, because we produce so much hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Also, just for information purposes, the body consists of many cells, about 100 trillion cells, the human body,
The largest element in the planet and
we
also the
have,
largest element in within us.
many more bacteria. Hello, good morning.
And then slowly come back
Are you
to
interested in
center.
the detoxification of the physical body?
To
We
walk
can.
with the water. This nice final wave.
Just have a listen and
Okay, okay.
probably.
Okay.
Stand back and imagine everyone.
Feel free to ask anything. Okay.
Okay, imagine you're still in the water.
And
you're
so
going to wander the
we don't
potholes.
only have
So from here, you're going to
waste
just
from the
round
cells
your back.
or from the
Chin to the
digestion of
chest,
foods.
round your back.
We also have toxins from fungus, from
In
parasites,
the back, round first. Left.
fungi, from fungi or fungus, candida, you know, candida albicans.
Chin to the chest.
That's a guy who lives always inside us. We can remove it because it's beneficial in some small portions to have. It's like a mechanism of defense. When we eat a lot of starches, a lot of sugar, the body releases candida and it can eat those too much sugars in the body. But it becomes a problem when we eat too much starches or sweets, pastry, something like this. So, think of the two kidneys of the body like a two dispenser valves, like a tap in the sink that removes the toxins of the body. But that's where the adrenal glands come, and they are like switches of these valves, because they give the order, the adrenal glands, for the kidneys to filter in an appropriate time the toxins of the cellular metabolism. And so you cannot accomplish detoxification by taking supplements or by eating more foods. Detoxification means we remove specific types of foods from our diet because they are very dense. They're not like fruits. Can I offer you apricot if you want? Okay. That's why in detoxification we need we don't need protein whatsoever, because we can collect amino acids from fruits and vegetables and to create our own the protein the body needs. So we cannot treat a health issue not with supplements, not with proteins, not with dairy, with fish. That's a no-no for the human body. And how to achieve the detoxification? The answer lies in proper chemistry, because chemistry is not only bad chemistry. We have the acidic chemistry and we have the alkaline chemistry. We need alkaline chemistry to start hydrating the body. This is a matter of chemistry, because in this, let's say, dimension we live, chemistry and physics rule. So we can bypass chemistry and physics and do some other stuff. Maybe they're helpful, like needles in the body or meditation. These are very helpful too. But if we not focus on the chemistry and physics, we won't be successful. That's why I'm doing this about detoxification. And of course, I'm not here to dictate you what to eat or not to eat. Let's say you have free will to eat anything you want, but I'm here to tell you and to, let's say, educate you what's the proper diet for the human species. For the children also, because the children are also small humans. Maybe you will be shocked, but the human body is not an omnivore. We're actually fruit eaters, and I have some copies here. Maybe I give to Michaela. You can keep this in English. Έχουν στα ελληνικά. Έχουν στα ελληνικά. Είναι το μεταφρασμένο στα ελληνικά. Because not only our digestive system is made for fruits and veggies and these foods, but because We have about 45 similarities with the primate family of the Earth. That's why we the humans are we have a very increased cognition, we're very clever, very smart species, and our brain developed by eating fruits, not in caves by hunting animals and eating meat. And that's why we didn't evolve in the northern climates. We evolved in the tropical zone, and then for whatever reasons we migrated in the north. And so that has had an effect to our diet, to our body, because we don't have fur to protect us from cold, we don't have nails to hunt like the animals. We need to create weapons to hunt, but that's cheating, to create weapons. Why fruits? Why fruits must be the staple of the nutrition? And allow me to say nutrition instead of diet, because I think diet, people think that diet must do diet for a short period of time, but that is wrong. Nutrition is the right word, the nutrition for the body, the appropriate nutrition. So, why fruits? Because our whole body is, let's say, it has a blueprint for eating those types of seeds and fruits from trees. And also fruits can hydrate us like any other food on the planet. They can be digested very quickly. We don't feel the heat of the summer when we eat fruit. If you have not noticed, they have the higher levels of antioxidants for us to increase. Hello. Hey. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Can I offer you a fruit? Yeah. Yummy. Apricots. From Halkidiki.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, fruits also have the highest electromagnetic, let's say, not radiation, just something vibration, in the angstrom level of wavelength, the measure of angstrom channel. Fruits have 12,000, vegetables have 9,000, cooked foods have below 6,000. That's why the raw foods are very vibrant for us. What's your name?
Jürgen.
My name is Andreas. Where are you from?
Austria.
Nice to meet you. I'm from Greece. Obviously my English are not very well. Okay. So, why fruits? There are many reasons. They offer us the best source of fuel. The physical body needs to have energy, and that's created by a specific molecule that is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. The fruits are the most beneficial food to give energy to the body. Also, they have fructose that feeds the brain, and it's very good for the body. Fructose from fruits, not fructose from high corn fructose syrup. Because the studies that have been done with fructose, they have been done with isolated high fructose corn syrup. And that's a very, it's a trap for the mind, because then all the people will say, oh, the fruit is bad for you. That's very, very wrong to say. Fruit does not create sugar problems. Fruit can regulate the blood sugar in the body, okay? And also to produce neurotransmitters from the brain, to have high amounts of dopamine, of serotonin, of melatonin, we need fruits. We need fruits almost all day, almost, because we must eat also some veggies, we must eat some fats, beneficial, some seeds, okay? These are also beneficial, but especially in the summer months, fruits are the staple. You can eat fruits, you can feel the heat of the summer, right? You feel the heat, you see the heat, you feel the heat, but you can't suffer from the heat. That's the
refresh you from inside.
yeah, because they hydrate you cellularly, not just like drinking water. Water cannot hydrate the whole system as the fruit. And also, you must know this. Fructose from fruits does not require insulin production from pancreas because insulin, what's insulin? Insulin is that which carries the fructose to the cell. Not the fructose, the sugar to the cell, but fructose, because it's a monosaccharide in the chemical form. It's not like glucose. Glucose needs insulin. Fructose does not require insulin, despite the fact that we see a little bit of secretion of insulin from the pancreas. So, what to eat? What to eat? Because the whole thing starts from eating and eliminating toxins. In this point, let me tell you about the 4 basic processes of the body, which is the first, when we eat something, it's digestion, the first process. Then we must have absorption, digestion in the stomach, absorption in the small intestine, utilization in the adrenal glands or the parathyroid. The adrenal glands are responsible for 25 or 30 steroid for minerals, because when this, let's say, has magnesium, right? It's not enough to digest the fruit or to absorb. You must utilize the magnesium of the fruit through the proper steroid of the adrenal glands. So, with the exception of calcium, that utilized by the parathyroid glands, all the other minerals are utilized by adrenal glands. And then the last process is elimination. Elimination not only from moving our bowels, also from the kidneys, urine, okay, or from the skin. But the skin, it's secondary eliminative organ. We can very nice. It hypnotizes. So, what to eat? Have you all known the famous Hippocrates, the ancient Greek duck, let's say? So, Hippocrates said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. And everyone has an opinion about nutrition and diet and fasting and all of this. But unfortunately, not all people on the planet have the right, have the truth, have the right mindset about nutrition. Because many people I've met say, oh, let's take a supplement, or oh, let's take some eggs, or another here, and then the body gets full of this nutrition and cannot utilize this nutrition. It's very hard for the body. If we observe, we're not animals, but maybe we are in the body. The mind is not an animal. We don't have the mind of the animals, but the bodies. Animals have also kidneys, have lungs, and like our bodies. Okay. What animals eat? Think about it. The horses, for example, eat only grass and thrive with grass. Or the primates eat mostly fruits with some leaves or some coconuts or some avocados.
The elephant,
and they
the
thrive.
gorilla.
The deer. Deer also eat maybe the bigger variety of foods has the bear. The bear can eat honey, grass, rabbits, Berries have like it's very complex, the bear, but the bear is an omnivorous animal. It's not a true carnivore. The bear eats about 50 or 60% grass. Have you noticed? It's unbelievable. The grizzly bear eats 60% grass. So we are, if you want to, I have some copies here from the anatomy and physiology of the body, you can take them to study them. Okay. So, the reason we eat, objectively, is to get an energy, right? If you eat fruits or a salad, you will get energy. But if you eat a meal with potatoes, meat, cheese, salad, then you won't have energy. This food makes you lose your energy because of the heavy digestion, right? How you feel bloated after you ate a very complex meal. That's the whole point here. The anatomy and physiology of the human species is mainly for eating fruits, seeds, veggies, and some sprouts or dehydrated fruits, and some drink some vegetable juices or fruit juices. That's the best diet. And if you feel hungry, you can eat, okay, a bunch of bananas, 8 bananas, 7 bananas. You can eat 1,000 calories in bananas if you feel hungry. And if you have the need to eat so much. We have nothing in common with carnivores. We have only a few similarities with omnivores. We have some more similarities with herbivores, but we're not true herbivores because we don't have the multiple stomachs, we don't have the right enzymes to digest cellulose for the green leaves. We don't have this mechanism of digestion like the other four-legged animals. We are a higher species, we are higher than primates. That's why we need more specific foods. Neurologically, you must remember this. The nervous system or systems, the central nervous system and the autonomic nervous system, those two systems need many fruits every day to work. It's like the electrical system. The nervous system is like the electrical system because the nervous system reaches all the organs of the body. The nervous system reaches the kidneys, the heart. The heart pumps blood autonomically. You don't think to pump the blood from the heart, right? It's like the breathing. You can't think and breathe. It's like an autonomous process. So that's why some people have maybe their pulses are not regular, irregular heart beating. This is caused by thyroid. The irregular when they have maybe hypothyroid or hyperthyroidism. And to remember this, that the nervous systems are the electrical systems. If nervous system doesn't work, then your muscles don't work. Nothing works as it should. The worst foods on the planet are the dairy and the bread, gluten, because people eat those every day like there is no tomorrow. In the morning, in the evening, in the night, cheese with bread, milk with bread, papaya. These are the worst foods because these dairy foods are derived from other animals, and these cause a wrong immunity response in the body. That's why the doctors say you have an autoimmune disease, but actually there is no autoimmune, it's cause and effect. If you eat dairy, you will have these symptoms, or you have this disease, they say. And then the gluten. The gluten, which is like gluten, 10 times glue. It's like glue. It sticks in the gut, in the stomach. If you have noticed, some people have difficulty eating fruits after a long period of eating flour and gluten. They drink orange juice. Oh, my stomach. The orange juice is the cause. No, it's not the orange juice the cause. The cause is that you toxify your stomach with gluten or with other bad stuff, and then you think that fruits are the enemy. Are not the enemy. Fruits bring in the surface. This is hidden. This is the hidden. And unfortunately, that thing is done also by doctors. Oh, my hair, I have a headache. Oh, take this medicine to suppress the pain. Oh, I have a cold and flu symptoms. Take an antibiotic to suppress the symptoms. That's very bad. Very, very bad. Because the next time you will have the same symptom, you need the double the effort to get rid of. If you suppress every 5 or every year, then after 30 or 40 years, cancer happens. And how does this happen? Because you suppress every year the symptoms. It's not something, cancer is not something, a beast from another world that came and have its own, let's say, mind and travels and do this. Objectively, it's the lymphatic system that is stagnant in the body for a long period of time. I think, Michaela, this is that we wanted to learn, because if you ask a chemistry, a decent chemistry, which is very spiritual also, he will tell you the truth, because he will tell you that cancer is nothing else by a transmutation of a cell because of its waste, which cannot be eliminated in the proper time. This is the cause of cancer. And of course, if we think negatively, we also, if you think negatively, you're doing the bad. You're taking bad choices also in the diet, in the nutrition you eat. And that's why they say, oh, I'm thinking negatively, so cancer arises. No, it's not that simple. It must do many things to, like a steps. Let's say our, don't like the word boss, I don't like it. Let's say our boss fires me, right? Oh, I feel like I'm sad, I'm crying, or I don't have money anymore. To suppress this pain, many people will go to where? Smoking, drinking alcohol, or eating bad stuff. Why? Because when we eat whatever is not in our physiology or anatomy, then the body produces mucus. This mucus, this oily stuff, it suppresses, it calms. That's why if you are a vegan and go eat an ice cream which has milk, you will have a sore throat right away in about half an hour or an hour. Why? Because you put in something like, put it inside you, something that creates mucus. This is a lymphatic response. This is perfectly normal. You didn't catch anything. Not COVID, not flu, not anything. This is a very normal thing to happen. Okay. So we talked about fruits a lot. Now, veggies, vegetables. We need some veggies like cucumbers, tomatoes, okay, peppers. Peppers have the highest amounts of vitamin C, along with kiwis, oranges, tangerines. And then we have the two other categories of foods, which are legumes and nuts and seeds. Okay. About legumes And also we've had starches. I will talk about a little bit later about starches. Legumes, chickpeas, lentils, peas, beans and soy. Okay, watch carefully. The worst of all, soy, beans, lentils, chickpeas, peas. Peas is the most, let's say, light for the body. Why? Because legumes have the highest amount of sulfur. Sulfur is a gas. It creates bloating of the digestive system. Everyone, I think, has gases when eating legumes, right? Beans especially, or lentils. So also legumes have phytic acid. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient. It's a very bad constituent in the legumes because we the humans don't have the specific enzyme that digest phytic acid. And phytic acid, what it does, when it passes from the digestive when it passes through the digestive tract, what happens? It binds with iron, with zinc, with other minerals, and then those minerals cannot be absorbed correctly. And then the doctor tells you, oh, you have a deficiency. You don't have a deficiency, just you cannot eat so many phytic acid foods you have in your diet. Also, lectin is another element, it's a protein specifically, that binds with carbohydrates. It damages the digestive tract and causes malnutrition, malabsorption in the small intestine. Lectins are present in oats, in legumes, on wheat, barley, rye, all the cereals. All the cereals have phytic acid and lectins. If you can avoid all the cereals, it's good for you. You can eat quinoa. It's pseudo cereal, like quinoa, millet, and a little bit of buckwheat. It's okay. It's okay. If you're not a raw foodist, but you can also eat buckwheat in the raw form. You can soak it for about 12 hours. And So when people think of meal, most of the time think about the meal combination with proteins, starches, oils, and salt, right? In every traditional kitchen, if you go all around the world, if you go to Thailand, to Italy, or to Japan, or to America, the main dish has these things, right? Protein, starches, oils, and salts. If you exception of salt, all the other things are the most concentrated food sources of the planet, and they damage all the body. All the body. Each food damages a specific area. Let's say proteins damage mainly the kidneys and the gut. At the same time, starches are not damaging the kidneys, but they have an effect on the adrenal glands. All the starches, potatoes, rice, pasta, and the bread, because the sugar levels of the body are regulated by the adrenal glands. The pancreas does the transportation of the sugars, but the regulation happens in the adrenal glands by the production of cortisol. That's why when someone eats too many sugary stuff, because don't be fooled, these starches, they call them carbohydrates, but they're starches. They're very dense. Causes high production of cortisol, which is the hormone of stress. When cortisol produces in higher amounts than usual, then stress happens. And if you drink coffee Also caffeine, any source of caffeine, green tea, red tea, black tea is the worst, stay away from black tea. Then cortisol increases, and that's the cause of stress. I have seen it in many people that when they quit coffee, stress reduced by 50%. The last time I drank coffee was in 2015, I think. And I'm a raw vegan. The last time I've eaten meats or fish or was about 3 years ago, not even eggs. And I have corrected, let's say, some health problems I had. I have arthritis. My joints were in pain. My knees, my elbows. And so that's why, that's a testimony from me to you. So if you want to quit some bad stuff of your diet. About nuts, almonds, okay, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds are very beneficial to the body. They can offer calcium, iron, or chia seeds also have omega-3 fatty acids. Even flaxseed, if you know flaxseed is very beneficial. And some walnuts, but don't overdo it with seeds. Seeds have high amounts of protein. They are also acidic, most of the nuts, with the exception of almonds. Almonds can be soaked all night, and then you can wash them, or you can throw away the water. You will see that the water becomes very no, but like dirty water. And that's because why? Because the skin of the almond has what? Phytic acid. And with the soaking, we remove this phytic acid. I personally, I do 3 times washing, soaking and washing of the almonds. Να φύγει όλο, όσο γίνεται τέλος πάντων.
Αλλά αυτό είναι μόνο στη φλίδα.
Ναι, το μέσα κοίταξε, είναι πρωτεΐνη, είναι όξινο. Αλλά το almonds are the only seeds that can be sprouted. Πετάει ένα μυτάκι μπροστά. Αν είναι ολόκληρο και είναι σπασμένο, πετάει μυτάκι μπροστά. Σημαίνει ότι είναι ζωντανό. That's why the almonds can be sprouted. You will see a small spot like that means that the almonds are alive. But if you try to soak lentils, you can't soak lentils and eat them. You need to sprout lentils because in their dry state are very bad for you. They have too many sulfur, protein. That's why we sprout the legumes, because we get rid of the protein. The sprouts have free amino acids instead of protein. That's why the lentils are acidic, but in the sprouted form they are alkaline. That's the magic in the raw food diet.
But we can't mix
different sprouts?
Yes.
It's okay. 2 types of sprouts, and it's okay. But you can sprout white beans. White beans. You can sprout. The best sprouts are lentils, alfalfa sprouts, or you can also sprout buckwheat or chickpeas, and some other things that I can't remember right now. So stay away as much as you can from wheat, from flour generally, from pasta, from rice, and from potatoes. But you can eat sweet potatoes. Why sweet potatoes? Because they cannot create sugar problems, they can create candida problems, and they can't make you fat because they have at least 3 times less calories than the regular potatoes. Hello.
And you can eat it raw.
And you can eat it in the grated form. You can grate sweet potatoes with maybe grated beet root. Put an avocado, put some lemon. The thing is to have fantasy, to have ideas to make a salad. And put some pumpkin seeds inside, and you have a complete meal. This is a complete meal. You have protein, amino acids, you have beneficial fatty acids. That kind of diet cannot toxify you and helps to the process of detoxification. Helps. But if you want to do a serious detoxification, then you should do a great fast for 7, 14 days. I, for example, I will be doing for 1 month only grape juice, dark grape juice for 1 month, 3 liters a day. That's about over 2,000 calories. It has very strong sugars, but natural sugars. And that's it. If you want to do a fasting, or you can do 1-2 days water fasting, or to do a dry fasting for 1 day, nothing to eat, nothing to drink, but not in the summer days because it's too hot, you need something to hydrate. You can do watermelon fasting, you can do maybe combination with figs, or with, not in the same time. That's another problem. People mix all the fruits together. The fruit salad is a no-no. Vodka Serkova, X. Only one or two. You can mix apricots, nectarines, and peaches if you want. It's okay. But if you mix watermelon with grapes, no. Or melon with strawberries, no. And fruits also can be eaten only strictly with empty stomach. The idea of dessert is also another no-no. Dessert, very bad. It creates fermentation, it creates bloating, and that's the mind, because people get used to it to produce so much amount of hydrochloric acid in the stomach, and that makes them think, oh, I'm full, I'm okay. This is wrong. You can eat. This is about this 2, 5. These 10 apricots is a meal for me. I will eat them in half an hour. My stomach will be empty, and then I will eat after 2 hours. You cannot digest all the time. That's the very, because digestion requires not so many energy, but too much hydrochloric acid. And that's why they come the stomach problems. Τώρα έλκη και τέτοια πως είναι. Ναι. That's how ulcers created in the stomach, when we mix different types of foods together. You can eat your protein with a salad, you can eat nuts, seeds with a salad, but if you mix protein starches together, that's the worst thing you can do. Maybe stomach will be digesting this combination for 4 or 6 hours. It's very bad. Let's say meat and potatoes. It's a very bad combination. Or fish with pasta, or fish with rice. Very bad for the digestion. And then you feel sleepy. You don't have energy. You are drained of energy. So let's go. Unfortunately now, for decades, the medical community not only talk with a complex way to people that people cannot understand, but they admire the doctors for their, let's say, scientific mindset and all this. But if you think about it, doctors can only suppress. We need the doctors, don't get me wrong, we need the doctors when we have a bone fracture, an accident, when we can't breathe, when we need an emergency, we need the when we need to check our eyes or our ears or something. Yes, yes. But this is only 1%. Imagine sugar problems, cholesterol problems, uric acid in the body, pains all over, thyroid conditions. All these problems are lifestyle made problems. Yeah, that's why we need a change in our consciousness. We need to see things differently. Because imagine how many of you quit your past lives and become this is that you are today for a better living. Maybe you stop smoking, maybe you stop watching TV, which is the most mind control, right? So why not move to a diet, to a step forward? Maybe because this is the anatomy. This is the anatomy and physiology. You can take. I have many copies. Shows that we are not omnivores. We are mainly frugivores. Frugivores and seeds and stuff like this, right? The doctors, sadly, unfortunately, they are here to give drugs and they tell us often, I don't, he said, but drugs, but I don't know any drug that is beneficial or innocent. All drugs are toxic, depending how toxic. I want to, at this point, to make a statement about preventive diagnosis, to prevent something, right? They tell us to do a preventive diagnosis. So, let's say, for example, a guy goes to the doctor every year for a diagnosis, right? For a 10 year, every year for 10 years goes and the tests are come out clean, negative, right? And all of a sudden, the 11th year, a tumor arises, tumor happens. So how this tumor happened? Because this guy, he was accumulating toxins for 10 years, every year. And did he do something to prevent the tumor from happening? No. Did his doctor tell him something about to prevent the tumor? No. Just come to us, make a CAT scan, a PET scan. CAT scan is very toxic. It's like doing 100 times X-ray. This information came from two of my friends that are nurses in the hospital. The CAT scan is 100 times worse than X-ray. So he developed a tumor that has been building up. It did not happen suddenly, because if you hear what people say in today's world, oh, it happened suddenly. It doesn't happen suddenly. You are accumulating. Nothing happens in an instant. Everything is accumulating on the body. Then what follows? They say to him, come to do chemotherapy. It's very bad also. Some studies have shown that if you do nothing when you have cancer, you can survive chemotherapy to live 12 times longer than if you do no chemotherapy. I think from Harvard University. If you want to be saved, you need to be the doctor of your own self. I'm not your healer. I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not doing miracles. You have to do the job, each one, okay, to become the doctor of your own self, but not in a rush. Learn, study, and then by the name of die-off symptoms. When you kill something inside of you, maybe a parasite, some symptoms are created. That is called die-off symptoms, and the healing crisis happens when we start to move our lymphatic fluids very fast and we hydrate the body. We maybe have a running nose, maybe have a fever. Fever is very good until 40 degrees Celsius. It's very beneficial for the body. And also you must know that fever is being produced by the thyroid. If you have a good thyroid function, the body creates fever. You start sweating from the skin, and then the fever goes down. That's the detoxification symptom. It's not a disease. You didn't catch anything. That's the body wants to remove this waste from wherever exit it wants. It can. From the colon, from the kidneys. That's a very normal process. And don't be alarmed. Because also you can experience brain fog, running nose, okay, fever, joint pain, insomnia, headaches. Because when you remove the lymphatic fluids, imagine like doing a general clean of the house. When you clean the whole house, right? What you see in the air? Dust flowing. That's like the body when it detoxifies. You need to experience some symptoms, and that's very normal thing. But if you can't stand these symptoms, if you eat something cooked, because cooked food stops detoxification immediately. That's why we focus on the raw foods, especially the foods that hydrate us, not the nuts and seeds, foods like apricots, let's say. These symptoms of healing crisis normally can last from a few hours to a few days, but don't be alarmed. You can always be taken advice from someone like naturopathic healer or detoxification specialist. Okay, so you can eat alkaline, you can eat clean foods, right foods of your bodies. Choose from small farmers if you can, from the local farmers, and don't worry about pesticides, because I have read this in a quantum level. It doesn't matter if something has a pesticide or not. The information is here. Well, if you can, okay, if you are sure that this if you are eating is organic, okay, choose the organic. But if it is not organic, don't let this stop you by eating raw foods. Wash it and eat it. It is better to eat a non-organic food instead of eating beans, meats, because even the non-organic food can hydrate you, but the meat cannot hydrate you. The meat causes dehydration of the body. And of course, you should know, because we have different types of people here, detoxification has different stages. You can if you eat, let's say, a typical Western diet, you can do great fast. You can pass some steps first. This is for not shocking the body. That's why we have different stages. If you are an omnivore, let's say, eat all of the things, and you have to start by removing something from your diet. I think the first thing you must remove is milk, cheese and yogurt. And then after 3 months you can quit gluten, flour. After 3 months or 6 months you can quit maybe red meat. And then after a year maybe you should only eating maybe a fish or an egg. And then you will move to the higher nutrition of diet. Don't worry about deficiencies. This is a word that is made to make you go to supplements. Supplements are isolates. We don't want supplements in our diets. Let's say if you take magnesium, for example, in an isolated form, you will start losing calcium because those two are brothers. And then they released a supplement that has magnesium and calcium together. That's a very clever thing to do. But then another element would be leaching from the body. You can't fool the body. The body needs whole foods. This food has vitamin C, it has magnesium, it has manganese. All raw foods have all the elements, all the nutrients and the macronutrients. You don't need to eat very dense foods. And especially if you are in these areas of spirituality, you cannot eat animal products or animal dωρεά dairy, because you will see that your mind will be very calm if you quit, especially meat. In India, yogis are only eating yogurts, I think, and some milk in India, the yogurt. Because they know that the flesh, fish or the egg or the meat are bringing confusion. That they can't make meditation. They can meditate well. But also the dairy are the most richest form and the most carcinogenic foods on the planet, the dairy, because they derive from another animal. That's why some drink goat's milk instead of cow's milk, because goat's milk is not healthy, it's less unhealthy. Because we must mind how they say it. So, if we have a little time, I want your questions. If you have any questions, I have some charts here to see why we are frugivores and not omnivores. Right? Hello. Yes, we can process the green leaves like lettuce or kale, but we can't process them very well because we're not true herbivores. We're not like deers or cows or horses or goats. We're a higher species. We don't have the multiple stomachs or the enzymes to break down this cellulose. This is very, very hard for the body. When I eat a green salad, my appetite starts rising because too much hydrochloric acid starts to releasing from the stomach. I only eat, maybe you believe it or not, once a month a green salad. Only once a month. I prefer to eat a salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, avocado, peppers, and some maybe arugula, maybe some leaves of arugula, or olives, or what else? Or another salad with grated sweet potato, with grated beets, peppers, and also avocado, with lemon, with oregano. You can combine whatever you want, almost whatever you want in vegetables. But you can combine fruits together. Salt, not adding salt, because I prefer to take the sodium, the organic sodium from the veggies. Because if you think sugar, the table sugar is an addiction, think again. Salt is 100 times more. I know 1,000 people that quit sugar, but only 10 quit eating salt. This is very important. because the regulation of sodium happens in the adrenal glands. When you're drinking coffee, and adrenal glands lose the energy, lose its power, then you start losing electrolytes like sodium. And then you're like a junkie, you need sodium, give me sodium, give me salt, Himalayan, Celtic, Hawaiian salt. Sodium is the worst addiction, and it's everywhere. And it's been hidden with a very good way, that they say sodium has all the trace minerals, all the minerals. Guess what? Nothing of these minerals can be absorbed by the body, because these minerals are not organic. These are inorganic, and when you eat too much salt, it can even harden your arteries. The salt can harden your arteries. This is not this is very true. People with too much salt, are having problems. I personally eat salt once a week, just when I eat some cooked food here and there. My mainly program is raw foods. Maybe I will eat some quick cooked sweet potato, or some, maybe when I go eat some movie, I will make my popcorn with, and then I will put some salt, but not in my daily life. And it's okay to cheat here and there.
How about the olive oil?
Olive oil, okay. So, I will reverse the question to you. What about bottled orange juice? But if you compare the olives and the olive oil, the olives have the full range of nutrients, and the olive oil only has omega-9 fatty acids and some vitamin E. I think vitamin E only. But if you eat olives in the right time of the year, because if you eat now olives, they are full of salt, vinegar. Olive oil does not kill, but it slows down detoxification. They can put 2 or 3 kilos to your body, but it's the less unhealthy oil of the planet. You should know that olive oil does not have omega-3. That's a myth. That's a myth. If you want omega-3, you need to seek for flaxseed oil. From flaxseed has the highest amount of oil. 2 tablespoons of flaxseed oil has the same amount of omega-3 as 3 pieces of salmon fish. Imagine, only 2 tablespoons of flaxseed, yes. So you don't worry about omega-3s. A little oil in the salad doesn't kill anyone, okay. But if you want to be strict, okay, you can eat avocado, olives. Depends how much olive you put. Because if you eat 3 avocados, it's better to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil instead of 3 avocados. 3 avocados, a very large amount. So you have some question about that, maybe about B12 or sugar problems with fruits. Maybe you have some or deficiencies or calcium. Some question about these things.
Almost have a problem with calcium, after 40s.
After 40, so you think that all people after 40 are the same?
No.
That sounds like
Woman more.
We need more.
You need more, or you need to utilize better. Because if you see the lab test of calcium, I think your calcium is in the normal range, right?
Yes.
So you don't have a deficiency, you have a bad utilization of calcium. This is a parathyroid problem. We have 4 parathyroids behind the thyroid. That little things can utilize calcium to be used better by the body. My teacher, is Robert Morse. If you know Robert Morse from Florida, no, okay. Says that this digestive system is like a tree, like the tree, right? When you want to clean your head, or you have eye issues, or you have memory issues, or you have Alzheimer, or you have anything in the head, or maybe with sinuses, you are full of congestion, you must clean the bottom side of the tree, and then the branches is like branches, liver, pancreas, lungs, stomach, it's like branches of the tree. If you cannot detoxify your gut, you cannot detoxify your head, because the head, it sits on top of the digestive tract. That's a very, very common sense to think, right? Hello, where are you from?
Bulgaria. Oh,
okay.
We just met.
Okay, nice to meet you. My name is Andreas. I'm a detoxification specialist from Dr. MORSE's School of Detoxification, and we are here talking about how the body eliminates its toxins. We have talked about the lymphatic system, the colon, the skin when sweating, and the major two kidneys, which control all the lymphatic system, with the help, of course, of the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands, imagine that they are like switches of the taps. Taps are the kidneys, and the adrenal glands, you need to have neurologically to be strong to make your kidneys filter the toxins outside the body. That's the whole goal. And the end goal of detoxification after a few years is cellular regeneration. That can be accomplished, let's say, for someone that has multiple sclerosis. This is a medical term. I'm not a doctor, and I have a disclaimer here. I cannot, the information you hear are not for diagnose, treat, or cure any disease, because I don't mess with diseases. This is a medical concept. So someone that has multiple sclerosis, or let's say he loses his myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is the nerves. Each nerve has some layers like straws, layers. So when you lose the layers of each nerve, then multiple sclerosis happens, right? So there can be regeneration of this myelin sheath, and the people who was in the wheelchair came up and started walking again, because the diet was only fruits. Fruits are the electrical foods of the nervous system. Imagine the body as a house, the nervous system as the electrical system of the body that touches every device, the oven, the television, the lamp, okay? And then when you, let's say, gives energy, when you give energy to this neurological system, then every device starts to work even better and better and better as time goes by. It's a very simple process, but it's a very difficult to accomplish, because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Detoxification is a marathon and not a sprint. You cannot detoxify not in a month, not even in 3 months. You need at least 1 year to start feeling detoxified. I know that there are many products that they promise you, okay, come here for 7 days. Okay.
No, finish your talk.
Yeah, but these products are only maybe to strengthen and not detoxify. They are not intended to do the work as a proper detoxification should do. Από τα ελληνικά ξέρετε.
Ελληνικά. Όχι, εννοώ και αυτό.
Αυτό είναι. τι το γρήγορο αυτό. Εντάξει, πάρε.
Can you bring one more?
Στα ελληνικά παιδιά. I have it on Greek and on English too. So, you know smoothies, right? Smoothies? I want to inform you, to tell you how I think why smoothies have invented. Because we drink smoothies, right? This is a foods that have been chewed by a machine and not from our teeth. And if you swallow these foods that have not been properly combined with saliva, then the stomach secretes more hydrochloric acid to digest. And our minds, we trained our minds to think that when we feel like this, we are full. We have, and they say, oh, I drink a smoothie and I feel full for 5 hours because you are digesting it for 5 hours. This is not a proper thing to do. If you want to, if you don't want to chew, at least you can keep it in your mouth and make it some rounds for 5 or 6 hours to be combined with saliva. That's the proper thing. But I'm against smoothies. If you want to drink juices, veggie juices, fruit juices. Also, you must remember that the apple is the only fruit that goes well with veggies. Maybe I tell you vegetable juice, beets, parsley, okay, celery, and then you can put red pepper, apple, ginger, and lemon. This is the best. I think the best veggie juice you can make. Full of iron, full of amino acids. If you think about it, whatever the diet everyone follows, everybody has the same problems: calcium, B12, iron, and protein. This is amazing, right? Because we don't have the proper function in each organ. For example, parathyroids utilizes calcium. Adrenal glands utilizes 25 or 30 more minerals. So if you drink coffee, you have heard that if you drink coffee, you lose the iron. I think you have heard. Or if you mix cheese with lentils, we lose the iron also. Because the cheese has calcium, but has also too much phosphorus. Too much phosphorus is not it's not good for the body, right? So, for the question my friend made, we can do whatever we want, but we are not omnivores to eat the meats or dairy or. See the animals, observe. After they've been weaned, they don't need any milk anymore. But we the humans not only took the milk, we make cheese, we make kefirs, we put it on pizza, on everyone we think about it. So this is very toxic thing to do. The main goal is to eat. You can't eat like a raw food, a raw foodist to eat like vegan, but a healthy vegan, not a junk vegan, because you see that you have too many burgers, wheat, gluten, processed fake meats. That's also not beneficial for the body. But if you do it for the other reasons, you love the animals, for ethical or moral issues, okay, this is a good way to trick your mind to eat something like meat, like falafel. You can go eat falafel if you don't want to eat meat. That's a very good thing to do. It's a chickpea patty. It's a chickpea like a meatball from chickpea. It's very, very good, very tasty. Questions? Yeah, this is another theory, but think about the Eskimos. What to drink? What to eat? Ice. They live about 55 years on average. They can live 75 or 85 like us because they don't have veggies, they don't have fruits. This is the main thing for us. This is the basic. They say we're like omnivores. Dogs, chicken, bears, we have nothing in common with these animals. So we look alike, we look more like primates, like chimpanzees or gorillas, or we have more common similarities with these animals. So, any questions? Anyone? For the acid reflux, you must start eating now the weather in the autumn, mainly, to eat some apples, every day to eat apples, to put ginger in your diet, in the salads or in the juices, some cinnamon, and you can put cinnamon in fruits, in bananas, and the main cause of your acid reflux is that there are 3 types of acid reflux. I think that you are not feeling your foods coming up, right? Only feeling like acid reflux, right? So this is that you are not, the cause is that you are not chewing well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the main issue. Before 10 years ago, I could eat this dish full of pasta with soy, with minced soy, in 5 minutes. Can you imagine? And then my stomach was hurting, and my mother was saying, "Oh, you are just a bit stressed." How funny is that?
I ate it in 2 minutes.
Okay, the prize goes to... What is this? This is the detoxification seminar about the lymphatic system. Have you heard of Dr. MORSE?
No.
No, okay. You are from? Where?
Βάλα.
Έλα ρε φίλε. You have some thyroid, you have been diagnosed with some thyroid problem?
No, but
No. This problem has 2 causes. The first thing, you have some nasty parasites in the gut, and they eat while you eat. And then you don't have, because we have 2 intestines. The first intestine is 7 meters, and the large intestine is about 1.5. The absorption of foods, of nutrients, happens in the small, in the 7 meters. Imagine 7 meters to absorb. So if you have malabsorption happens when the lymphatic system in the wall of the small bowel, small intestine, is very stagnant, and you cannot absorb the nutrients. But this is the thing now, because if you stop eating meat or potatoes or flour or breads or something like this, you maybe lose a little more kilos, and this thing will cause to, this will scare you. And then we will say, oh, what am I doing now? Yeah. You put more. But when you put more, you toxify more the small intestine, so they can absorb. It's like a dragon chasing his tail, you know?
yeah.
Detoxification means losing weight. You can accept this. This is not a bad thing to lose weight. I'm 6'4", I'm 1 meter and 90 centimeters. I'm about 78, 77 kilos. When I was detoxifying only with grapes, I have reached 60 kilos with 1 night. But I needed to go to this path to experience it, because it's better to do it than you are lately regretted for not doing it. So
Do you also have
hydration?
I have arthritis. I had arthritis.
At 60 kilos?
No. At 60 kilos, I have very, very good hydration, but because I was drinking only grape juice for 73 days, I needed to test my limits. Yes.
So the goal is to eat only raw food all the time, or?
This is the perfect. This is the perfection. But we're not perfect. We go to parties, we go to celebrations. We can be perfect. I personally, I am 90% raw, and I eat, let's say, one time a week salt or 2 times oil, and all the other things with no meat, with no animal products whatsoever, no eggs, no dairy, no cheese, meat, whatever. And a few months ago I made a promise to myself to not eat again whatever has gluten, wheat, barley or rye. These are the cereals that have too much gluten.
Why is that? What does gluten do?
Gluten it's the main protein of these starches, of these cereals. It sticks to our gut, it sticks to our stomach, it causes, it leaches calcium to the body. It may for you spiritually, I think you are polarized to spirituality, most of you, right? It makes your mind be like, I'm boring, like, you know, these symptoms I experience. Gluten is the everyday enemy, if I can say, because if you're eating one day per week meat, it's a little bit better, but if you eat gluten every day you are messing with your digestion, stacking it like glue. The worst gluten foods: wheat, barley, and rye. R-Y-E. And also oats are not good for you. And also dinkel. If you know dinkel bread from Germany, if someone has a celiac disease, this is an allergic reaction to gluten. This is an official allergic reaction to gluten, because all people we are allergic to gluten, but we don't have the symptoms. Even the sprouted wheat can retain a small amounts of gluten, even the sprouted wheat. That's how strong and nasty wheat is, and it's everywhere, in pies, in pizza, in croissant. So, I've been talking for 2 hours. It's difficult for me to repeat it again. So,
What about vitamin
B12. So, vitamin B12 is being created by bacteria. It's not being created by meat. Also, vitamin B12, you cannot have vitamin B12 deficiency only in B12.
So that you don't need so many.
You can take a supplement of cobalamin. Cobalamin,
I
methylcobalamin.
don't want to take supplements.
Yes, but you can take spirulina. Spirulina or chlorella, seaweed, all seaweed have B12 naturally, in natural form, not isolate. We talked about a little bit about isolate supplements. You can take isolate, you can take iron, for example, in isolated form, because you will end up being not moving your bowels. This is not good. Also, if you take one metal, one mineral, you will lose another. But if you eat the whole food, spirulina is like this. It's a whole food. You have all the B complex, all the minerals, all the vitamins. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye. And we offer very good apricots from Kagiriki. So they say that the form of B12 in spirulina doesn't have the same effect as the supplement of B12. So how can you prove this? Because the blood test is the same.
Yes.
You increase with the supplement, with the isolated supplement, with the B12, you increase the isolated supplement with the spirulina and B12. So you can't tell. This is for the English. Because you can increase naturally B12 with spirulina.
Μπορείς να μου δώσεις και εμένα ένα?
Ναι, είναι στα ελληνικά. Να μην μπερδέψεις, γιατί το έχω μεταφράσει.
Σε ευχαριστώ πολύ.
The creatinine shows the kidney damage. How much kidneys have been damaged from proteins. If you have 0.6 to 0.7, you're okay. If you're above, you're not okay. But in medical, let's say, community, it's okay to have until 1.2. That's because they're eating proteins all day long. Meat, cheese, milk, eggs. So, where are you from?
Germany.
Italy.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me your name again. Eugene. So you have a question about detoxification, about food, about calories, whatever you want. Maybe. You can't quit all animal products in one day. You cannot do that. Are you vegetarian or something like this? No. It's good to be vegan, for example. The goal is to be raw foodist, but this is the higher goal. I'm about 90% raw foodist, and after years of practice. Raw foods has all the enzymes, all the vitamins, all the minerals in raw form to be absorbed better for the body. Can I offer you some fruits? You want?
Yes, thank you.
This is from